You know, in life, we spend countless hours worrying about promotions, deadlines, targets, and impressing others with our work. But here's a gentle truth. No matter how successful your job makes you, it is your inner world that truly defines your happiness, peace, and fulfillment. Imagine this: you have a high-paying job, a fancy title, but inside there, stress, dissatisfaction, and a constant feeling of not enough. That's because we often invest more in our careers than in ourselves. Our mind, our habits, our character, our emotional intelligence, these are the real treasures that shape not only our success, but our life's meaning. When we talk about personal growth, we often think of it as something abstract or optional, like an extra course we might take if we have the time. But the truth is, personal growth is the foundation on which every other success in life rests. You can achieve everything in the external world: money, fame, recognition, but if your inner world is stagnant, restless, or misaligned, all those achievements feel hollow. Personal growth is like the soil in which the tree of your life grows. Without fertile soil, no matter how tall the tree gets, it will not bear the kind of fruit that nourishes you or those around you. When you focus on personal growth, you begin to notice subtle shifts. You become aware of how you react to challenges, how you respond to criticism, and how you handle stress. You start to understand the patterns in your behavior, the habits that serve you, and the ones that hold you back. Over time, this awareness allows you to consciously choose your actions rather than being controlled by unconscious impulses. It gives you freedom, the freedom to decide who you want to be rather than being defined by circumstances or other people's expectations. Personal growth also has a ripple effect on your relationships. When you grow within, you bring patience, empathy, and understanding into your interactions. Your conversations become deeper, your conflicts become smaller, and your connections become more meaningful. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate inner strength, calmness, and clarity. This is why investing in yourself ultimately enhances every area of your life. Moreover, personal growth fuels your professional life in ways that mere technical skills cannot. A person who understands themselves, who can manage their emotions, who can think critically and adapt to change, will always stand out in any workplace. Employers, colleagues, and clients notice the difference between someone who is constantly learning and evolving versus someone who is only focused on the external outcomes of their work. Personal growth gives you resilience, the ability to face failures without being defeated and to embrace opportunities without being overwhelmed. When you work on yourself, you are essentially preparing your mind, heart, soul to handle not just the present challenges, but the future ones too. It is an investment that compounds over time, creating a foundation that no external achievement can replicate. It shapes your character, strengthens your resolve, and aligns your actions with your values, which is ultimately what leads to lasting fulfillment. Habits are the invisible architecture of our lives. We often underestimate the small, seemingly insignificant routines we follow every day, but over time, they determine the quality of our character, our relationships, and our achievements. Working on yourself means intentionally shaping these habits so that they serve your growth rather than drain your energy. It is not about drastic changes overnight, but about small, consistent actions that compound into extraordinary results. When we prioritize habits that strengthen the mind, we focus on cultivating clarity, focus, and resilience. This could be as simple as dedicating a few minutes each day to meditation, journaling, or reflecting on your actions and thoughts. These practices help you recognize patterns in your behavior, understand your emotions, and respond to challenges with composure. A sharp, calm mind is like a well-tuned instrument. It allows you to navigate life complexities with ease and make decisions that align with your higher purpose. The body, too, is a reflection of how we treat ourselves. Healthy habits like proper nutrition, regular exercise, and sufficient rest are not just about physical appearance, they are about building energy, endurance, and vitality. When your body functions well, your mind works more clearly, and your spirit feels lighter. Neglecting your body, on the other hand, creates stress and fatigue that seep into every aspect of your life, no matter how successful you appear externally. Equally important are habits that nurture the soul. These are the practices that remind us of our values, our connection to something greater than ourselves, and our responsibility to contribute positively to the world. Acts of kindness, gratitude, and selfless service shape character in ways that cannot be measured by a paycheck or a promotion. When the soul grows, you feel fulfilled from within, independent of external recognition. Developing these habits requires awareness and intention. It means observing where your time, energy, and attention are going and making conscious choices to redirect them toward actions that enrich rather than deplete you. It is a commitment to yourself, a promise that you will invest in the most important project of your life. Over time, these habits become part of your identity, and you no longer have to think about them. They naturally guide your actions, choices, and reactions. By focusing on habits that strengthen your mind, body, and soul, you create a life that is balanced, resilient, and meaningful. You become someone who can face adversity with courage, embrace opportunity with confidence, and experience joy that is not dependent on circumstances. Emotional intelligence is often overlooked in the pursuit of success, yet it is one of the most powerful tools we can cultivate for a fulfilling life. Many of us invest years mastering technical skills, learning strategies, and chasing accolades, but without the ability to understand and manage our own emotions and to connect meaningfully with others, all external achievements can feel hollow. Emotional intelligence is the bridge between who we are inside and how we navigate the world outside. When you develop emotional intelligence, you start by recognizing your own emotions. You pause and reflect before reacting, instead of being driven by impulses or habits of the mind that may have been shaped by fear, pride, or past experiences. This awareness allows you to respond rather than react, to choose actions that are aligned with your values and long-term goals rather than short-term gratification. It creates a sense of calm and clarity, even in the face of challenges that would otherwise overwhelm you. Empathy, a core aspect of emotional intelligence, transforms relationships. By understanding the emotions, struggles, and perspectives of others, you communicate with kindness and patience, and conflicts become opportunities for growth rather than sources of stress. People are drawn to those who can listen deeply, respond thoughtfully, and maintain composure in difficult situations. Emotional intelligence helps you build trust, foster collaboration, and create connections that go beyond superficial interactions, creating a network of meaningful support in both personal and professional life. Self-regulation, another crucial component, allows you to manage negative emotions like anger, jealousy, or frustration. It is the practice of not letting temporary setbacks dictate your mood or your decisions. This discipline gives you resilience, enabling you to persevere through failure, handle criticism gracefully, and stay focused on what truly matters. Over time, this builds a reputation not just for competence, but for integrity and reliability qualities that no resume can fully capture. Emotional intelligence also enhances decision-making. When you are aware of your emotional biases, you are able to think more clearly and make choices that are rational, ethical, and aligned with your purpose. It allows you to balance logic and compassion, ambition and humility, confidence and patience, creating a holistic approach to life and work that technical skills alone cannot provide. By prioritizing emotional intelligence, you invest in your inner capabilities, ensuring that every success is sustainable, every relationship is meaningful, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. It transforms not only how you perceive the world, but how the world perceives you, creating a life that is rich in both accomplishment and fulfillment. Our relationships are a mirror of our inner world. Often, we search for happiness and fulfillment in achievements, possessions, or status, but the truth is, the quality of our relationships reflects how developed and balanced we are within. When we work on ourselves, when we cultivate awareness, empathy, and patience, it naturally transforms how we relate to others. Relationships then become sources of joy, growth, and support rather than stress, frustration, or disappointment. The first step is self-reflection. How we communicate, react, and behave in relationships is shaped by our inner conditioning, our fears, expectations, and unresolved emotions. By becoming aware of these internal patterns, we gain the ability to choose our responses consciously. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, we respond with understanding and care. This shift may seem small at first, but over time it changes the dynamics of every connection we have, from family and friends to colleagues and mentors. Empathy plays a central role in nurturing meaningful relationships. When we make an effort to understand the perspectives and feelings of others, we build bridges of trust and mutual respect. Listening becomes more than just hearing words. It becomes a way of connecting with someone's inner experience. This deep connection not only strengthens bonds, but also encourages open communication, reduces conflicts, and fosters a sense of safety and belonging. People gravitate toward those who make them feel seen, heard, and valued. Patience and tolerance are other crucial aspects of relationships that grow as we work on ourselves. Life is full of misunderstandings, differences, and challenges. When we cultivate patience, we give space for others to grow, to express themselves, and to make mistakes. We learn to forgive, to let go of grudges, and to approach situations with calmness rather than judgment. This ability to maintain composure and perspective strengthens not only the relationship, but also our own sense of peace. Moreover, the energy we bring into relationships, our positivity, generosity, and authenticity has a profound impact. When we are balanced and grounded, we naturally uplift those around us. Our presence alone can inspire trust, comfort, and confidence in others. On the other hand, neglecting personal growth can lead to reactive behavior, miscommunication, and tension, no matter how much effort we put into the relationship externally. By investing in ourselves, we are investing in every relationship we hold. Personal growth equips us with the tools to handle differences gracefully, communicate effectively, and connect deeply. It transforms relationships into spaces of mutual growth, understanding, and genuine love, reflecting the strength, clarity, and maturity we cultivate within. Success is often measured by promotions, salaries, awards, and recognition. But without personal development, these external achievements can feel empty. You can climb the highest ladder, sit in the corner office, or be applauded by many, yet internally feel restless, unfulfilled, or disconnected. This is because true success is not about what the world sees it is about who you are becoming in the process. Working on yourself ensures that every external accomplishment aligns with your inner values, bringing real satisfaction and meaning. When we focus solely on our jobs, we may acquire skills, deliver results, and gain recognition, but if our character, emotional intelligence, and mindset remain underdeveloped, we are vulnerable to stress, anxiety, and burnout. Personal development equips us with resilience, patience, and perspective. It helps us navigate challenges gracefully, recover from failures, approach opportunities with clarity rather than fear or desperation. It also prevents success from becoming a source of ego inflation, allowing humility and gratitude to guide our journey. Another important aspect is the alignment between ambition and ethics. When personal growth is neglected, people sometimes achieve success through shortcuts, manipulation, or compromise, which may yield temporary gains, but erode trust, and integrity over time. Investing in yourself builds a strong moral compass, teaching you to make decisions that honor your principles, even when circumstances tempt you to act otherwise. This kind of integrity not only nurtures lasting respect, but also ensures that your success is sustainable and deeply satisfying. Furthermore, personal growth enhances creativity and adaptability. A person who constantly works on themselves is open to learning, willing to explore new perspectives, and able to innovate in ways that someone focused only on external results cannot. They approach problems with curiosity rather than frustration, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. This ability to adapt, reflect, and evolve becomes a key differentiator in both personal and professional spheres. True success also involves the impact you leave on others. Achievements matter more when they benefit not just you, but your community, colleagues, and loved ones. Working on yourself enhances your capacity to inspire, lead, and uplift those around you. It allows you to contribute meaningfully rather than just perform tasks mechanically. Every step you take in personal development creates ripples that affect your environment positively, making your success not just measurable in numbers, but in the quality of life it touches. By prioritizing self-development alongside career ambitions, you ensure that your accomplishments bring fulfillment, purpose, and lasting joy. Personal growth transforms success from a fleeting moment into a lifelong journey of meaning, impact, and satisfaction. Personal growth is the single most powerful investment you can make because unlike external achievements, it compounds over time and impacts every area of your life. We often chase promotions, recognition, and material success, believing these will bring happiness. But if we do not cultivate ourselves internally, all these achievements can feel hollow. Working on yourself creates a strong foundation that supports not only your professional ambitions, but also your emotional well-being, relationships, and sense of purpose. When you focus on personal growth, you begin by understanding your own mind and heart. You notice patterns in your thinking, identify fears and insecurities, and recognize habits that no longer serve you. This awareness allows you to consciously choose your responses to life as challenges instead of being swept away by automatic reactions. You become resilient in the face of failures, calm under pressure, and more compassionate toward both yourself and others. Over time, this inner clarity becomes a source of confidence and peace, making you less dependent on external validation and more aligned with your true values. Self-growth also transforms your relationships. As you evolve internally, you bring patience, empathy, and emotional intelligence into your interactions. Conflicts become opportunities for understanding, misunderstandings are met with curiosity rather than judgment, and connections deepen naturally. People are drawn to those who exude balance, calmness, and authenticity because these qualities reflect inner maturity, not just outward success. Investing in yourself ensures that your relationships are not only healthier but also more fulfilling, providing support and joy in ways that achievements alone cannot. Moreover, personal development enhances your professional life in profound ways. A person who invests in their growth is more adaptable, creative, and capable of handling complex situations. They approach problems with perspective rather than panic, communicate effectively, and inspire trust in colleagues and leaders alike. Emotional intelligence, resilience, and clarity of purpose become competitive advantages that technical skills alone cannot provide. Employers, peers, and clients naturally recognize and appreciate this inner strength, which creates opportunities that are sustainable and meaningful. Ultimately, working on yourself is about aligning your inner world with your outer life. It is about cultivating character, integrity, discipline, and mindfulness, so that every action you take reflects your highest potential. The benefits are not immediate or flashy, but over time, personal growth transforms the way you think, feel, and act, creating a life that is not only successful, but also deeply satisfying and impactful. So, my dear friends, as we walk through life chasing targets, deadlines, and achievements. Let us remember this simple truth. The most important work we will ever do is on ourselves. Invest in your mind, your heart, your character, and your habits, because these are the foundations that will carry you through every challenge and every success.